Well, welcome back to the shop. This is an honest review, a series that I've started. Companies are sending me motorcycle parts and pieces and doodads and whatnots. And I thought, well, before you buy one, let's test it out. See if it's worth buying or not. These are the Benlari highway pegs. Never used them before. But they sent me these to kind of try out, test out, see how they install. So welcome back to Butler Customs Motorcycle Shop. So this company, Benlari, actually sent me two things. One is the highway pegs. The other one are these nice chrome covers, heat guards that are supposed to fit his bike as well. So I'll be putting those on as well, but we're going to do these in a separate video so we can talk about them, show how to install them, all that fun stuff. But here are the highway pegs. Benlari, of course, made in China, but nowadays almost everything you find is. And I've already opened this up just so I could have one to hold in the intro. And they're packaged really, really nice. There's our instructions for it. And just look at the packaging. I like that. Everything's laid out individually. You got a pack of assortments here. You've even got spacers, these hard plastic spacers. There's 4 of them. You got the brackets. They're all separated out. And as far as quality, the chrome on this looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with the presentation of this. The pegs themselves have the really high ridge pads on them. Even the little spacer in here is not just a single kind of flat washer, and it's even got kind of a little button thing there to hold it in. These are really good quality pegs. I mean, something like you'd see at Harley. And even here, it's got the little notch. So far, very, very nice. The hardware is very good hardware. JTA2-70. It's got the pins, it's got the C-clips, lock washers. Very good. So let's see as far as instructions. Highway pegs user manual. Okay. So our package content, we've got 2 of the clamps. They'll come with one of these spacers here that goes around like that and makes the clamp. And of course, if the hole is too big for what we're putting it on, they provide these as well to go up in there, just like so. We'll probably be using those. I think the crash bars are 1 1/4. So we'll use those as well. Those look good. We got all those. We got these. Looks like we got everything in our package that we need. Then of course you can take calipers, measure your bar. For a 1 1/4, you don't really need these adapters. For a 1 inch, you will need these adapters. Looks like it's pretty simple. The instructions seem to be laid out in English very, very well. We'll see once we get into it, but that's it. Just kind of a 1-page instruction thing. You know, it's highway pegs. They're pretty simple to do. So this gives us the option, these right here, if we want to go front of the crash bar or behind the crash bar. Now my dad's a little bit shorter than I am. I'm 6'1". I think he's maybe 5'10", 5'11". So I'm going to put them on the inside of the crash bar so that he's got room. So they're going to feel a little small on me, but for him they should fit well. But I like that option of being able to move on the outside of the crash bar or on the inside. So let's move over to the bike and start assembling everything. All right, I'm going to be doing this on the ground. Just get me a little knee saver here. I don't have a tri-clift, and I don't want one. I don't like working on trikes. Oh my goodness, Sarah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I did measure here. These are 1 1/4 like I thought. If you had the 1 inch, then you would use these adapters. As you can see, the adapter doesn't even fit on there because they're the 1 1/4. So as far as tools, it seems to be pretty simple as far as what you'll need. You got these big bolts that are actually 3/4, so that's good. But you have these smaller little Allens, and they are a number 4. So that is metric. Let's just start assembling everything together and see how it goes. Man, this packaging is really nice. It really does protect that chrome. I also have some blue Loctite that we'll be doing and putting on there just so nothing comes apart on us. It doesn't say that. Take out A and D if needed. That's the, I guess, the spacers. And G, position A, D on the bumper at the proper angle and secure them using G. So they got them all labeled. Of course, it's not that hard to figure out. Just like that. And then this will go on just like that. It'll space them out, and then when you drive this in, it'll tighten things up. These are different. One is rounded, the other one is octagon. It's cut out. The reason for that is that your peg holder actually slides in there. Fits right in there. That's pretty nice. That's a nice detail that you don't see on highway pegs quite a bit. So that extra step of cutting this out and cutting this out is really pretty nice. So I say that to say this. We're going to put these on the inside, so you want this octagon one facing this way. See, if I was to put them on for me, I would have them out here. So we're not going to do that with my dad's short legs. Sorry, Dad. And little feet. We're going to put him over here. Now, I'm going to put it on loosely so that I can kind of adjust the height, and I'm going to set on the bike and kind of see where he would want them. Some people like their pegs up way high, and they actually throw their leg, the end of their boot, over it. For Dad's setup, I'm probably going to put them a little lower so he can actually just put his feet on them on the top. Now you say, well, with this locked in there, what if you wanted your pegs kind of turned towards you a little bit? Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that you'll be able to do that on the end of the peg and turn it how you want it. You'll see this Allen bolt, so we might need to grab an Allen for this so that once we get it on, then we can actually turn the peg, angle it how we want it, and then tighten this back up. Again, I want it this way, and if you'll notice on this, there is a cutout where the peg will go up. So you want to make sure that you put it in the right orientation. You don't want the peg going down. So I want it flat side down and the smooth corner pointed up. So I can go ahead and get a couple started in here for us. Go ahead and get a bolt loaded up. And these connectors will go over top and thread into this. I'm going to leave them all loose for now till we get everything assembled. Threads feel good. And now I want this way, and I want this one up here. I'm going to spin it toward me just so I can see it a little easier. I'll go ahead and stick this in here, and I'll get the last one. Now they're still loose, so I can move them around pretty good. Okay, so as far as the long bolt, it says to do a bolt, a lock washer, and then a washer. So a bolt, lock washer, then a flat washer. We're going to go this way. We're going to take this arm. We're going to make sure the flat side goes down, hooks in there. So see the rounded and then the flat. And then we're just going to run our bolt in there. And now, of course, as we tighten, it's going to tighten the clamp as well. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up since everything's in there how I want it. Of course, there's no torque specs or anything on this. You're just going to tighten them down, snug them down pretty good, and you're going to find that still loose. That will not become tight until we tighten up this big bolt here. Okay, so now we can kind of get them situated and set where we want them, and then we can go ahead and tighten it without the weight of this on here. It's a little bit easier to do. So I'm thinking down here somewhere about like that would be good for him. Of course, later on, I can put him on the bike and we can adjust it as needed. And I want to go down till that lock washer smashes down flat. There we go. Oh yeah, that is steady and sturdy. Now we take a pin and we're going to slide the pin in. On this right here, you'll have one side that's flat and one side's got a cutout. That cutout is for the pin to set flush. So again, another nice little detail. So the pin's going to go in this way, then it's provided just a little C-clip that'll go on there. And can I take my 4 and press that on? Yes. Okay. And that is clipped in. So see, now that goes up and comes down. Very good. Now, if I want to, I can loosen this bolt in the end and rotate my peg how I want it. And I'm going to set on the bike first and see how that feels. I'm thinking I might want it rotated a little bit more in. Yeah, actually I want the whole thing come in a little bit more. That's out too far. I think you'll like that height though. I would run something like that. So I'm going to bring the whole peg toward me. Maybe angle the peg back counterclockwise just a little bit. And now I know why why it's got this little ball and pin in it. Check this out. It kind of locks it in so they don't flap around everywhere. I like it. Hey, that's nice. I'm telling you now, these things are nice. All right, so I want to loosen this up enough where I can turn it in, maybe about right there. And then when I do the other side, I'll make sure I kind of get them even Steven. Now, let's take a 5 Allen and let's loosen this. I want to angle this back. So I want to loosen the bolt, and then it says I should be able, oh, wow. Okie dokie. So I want it right there. So now I'll tighten this back. Now I'm going to set on it and see how that feels. Now, a little bit more. It needs to come in about right there. That's got my foot stretched out a little too far. For him, I want it to be about right there. Need a bit more, scoosh more. I like that big meaty hardware. You don't have to worry about stripping nothing out or breaking anything. I like it. I like it a lot. Boom, perfect. Oh, perfect. Very good. Why is this crash bar moving? I need to inspect on that. All right, I like that. So at this point, that's installed. That's done. All I have to do is do the other side exactly the same and match it. Very easy install, very good quality. Nice chrome, good rubber, feels really good. I'm concerned about this crash bar though. Let me get my peepers up in there. It's on there good. Maybe just my big hoofs. So I think he's really going to enjoy those. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I won't bore you with that. If I run into any issues, of course, we'll talk about it. But I'm very pleased. I like the hardware. I like the chrome. I like the extra things that it provides, like the little cutout for the pin to set flush. I like that. Also, the little notches here and here so that these kind of self-lock. It's really nice. I love the little pin thing here. I love that. So I'm very pleased with these. But how much are they? Where do you get them? Well, let's talk about that. So there you go. The foot pegs are installed and they are on there sturdy. I love that flip up and that lock. Love it. So I think I've got them angled in right. Again, I want to put my dad on it. Once he comes back up to get the bike, see how he wants them set up. We can move them and adjust them. But let's talk price. And where do you get these cool things at? All right, so to order these bad boys, you can just go to my YouTube channel. Click on any of my, more newer videos, I'd say within the last year. And go down to my description. And you will see my Amazon store right here. So just click that and it'll take you here. And you'll see my tools and you'll see my YouTube setup, stuff I used to film with. And so you just click on my tools and it should be the first one right here, the Benlari 3-piece highway pegs. It's $46.99, but you'll see in the description of this video, there's also a discount code that you can put in there that'll give you some money off. So how much off? I don't know. Let's find out. So what I want to do is add this to the cart and then we'll check out. So then you'll see pay with whatever card you might have on file. You might not have one, but you'll also see use a gift card, voucher, or promo code. You want to click that. Then you'll scroll down till it says enter a gift card, voucher, or promo code.
what you'll type in is Butler 10AA, and you'll apply that. And I've already put this in, but you'll see right here, and this will be highlighted. So you'll save $4.70 on this. And if you look over here, they've already applied the promo code, and it's $53.84 out the door. Now, if you had Prime, it would be even cheaper than that because there'd be no shipping and handling. So it would be $46.85 out the door to you. I will have this promo code in the description. If you don't want to go to my shopping page, then that's fine. I'll also have a direct link for these right here that's not associated with my page. So that's a pretty good deal for $46.85 if you have Prime. That's a really good deal in my opinion. So you should see them in the tools I use in the shop. I might start another page that has just not tools. It's got, you know, other parts. Like that's not necessarily a tool. So I might start another column that's just parts that I buy on Amazon, which would be the carb and the highway pegs and things like that.
So that's going to do it for this honest review video of these Benlari highway foot pegs. Very nice, good quality. If anything changes during our kind of durability test, I'll make sure to update you. But if you'd like a pair of these, a link should be in the description there for you. Now they got a lot of different styles as well. They got them in black. They got the long ones that come out. They even got passenger pegs. And I looked up their website just to, you know, make sure they were a legit thing. And they've got all kinds of accessories, backrests, and all kinds of things for your bike. So check them out. I'm very pleased with them. I think I've got them set up where my dad would really like them and give him a little bit of difference besides the floorboards. Kind of stretch the old legs out. If you want a set of these, pick them up and just go back and watch my video how to put them on. So thank you so much for watching, and tell your mom and them I said hi.